Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Seize the Day collaboration. Everyone that's participating will be in the description box below. This month's prompt is Christmas, so we're doing something sea themed, Christmas related. And I made some ornaments that I think look really cute. I didn't put anything on there. When I tried to find inspiration, I like a tutorial, and I didn't do a good search, but from the search that I did on Pinterest, it was all like buy these ornaments, buy these ornaments. So I just went to the Dollar Tree and I grabbed some stuff, and then I added my own little stuff inside, so you can see what's inside of here. Some sand. I wrote a little note. I think this one says "I love you." I'll go over that in a minute. And some seashells, some glitter, some little beads and things like that. Because I feel like this may be at the bottom. You've gotten all this stuff from the ocean, and you found like pearls and things like this. So I thought that would be really cool. So I used some glitter. Yeah, glitter. Can you believe that? And I really want to use these little bottles. I was going to put a message in the bottle because that's real cliche, right? But I was going to put a message in the bottle and put it inside here, but it's too wide. They do have thinner bottles at the Dollar Tree. So I may go back and just get those and update it if we decide to do like a something theme like that. So we're going to go ahead and make one together really quickly. And I cannot remember. I normally don't buy ornaments, DIY ornaments, but I cannot remember if Dollar Tree ever sold them more than 2 in a pack, because I know last year before, they were selling the big ones. Like you can do like a snow globe or something like that. So I also got this from the Dollar Tree, these shells. You know, these fit better than the other ones I'm about to show you, so that's why I have more of these in there. And then these right here, and then, you know, once you finish, you can use these bottles for something as well. This thing acts like it don't want to come out though, so you have to get the smaller ones in here to go in here like that. When I was growing up, when we put puzzles together, you know, if it don't fit, don't force it. But in this case, I had to just use some tools to get all that in it. And now I'm going to try to keep this as neat as possible as we go through it. Now, these did not come from the Dollar Tree. I got these in my travels to the thrift store. I'm just going to try my best to break up a little bit of these and put them in there. You know, after the other ladies that are participating in a collaboration were doing all those really cool 3D projects, I was like, ooh, I want to, you know, just not a card like I had been doing. It's like, I want to try something different. And so last month, I thought I was going to be able to do something different, but I wasn't. And this month, I have no mental strength to actually make a card. And I really want to just play around with something different, you know, because I could have just stamped out I have some, you know, flamingos that are at the beach with snow hats on, Christmas hats and stuff like that. But I'm choosing to do it this way. So now I'm going to just take some sequins, a handful of sequins, and put that in there. You don't need that many, honestly, but why not? So I'm putting those in, and I'm going to get some beads and do that. And these are just some seed beads, and I think they're called bugler beads, these skinny ones. I rarely use bugle or bugler. I think it's bugle or bugler beads for any projects, because that's a lot of patience that I don't think I ever could get in one setting. But I mean, who knows? You never know what the future holds for you. And now with this glitter, you know, I'm anti-glitter, so use at your own discretion. You know, I don't really care for glitter that much. because it gets everywhere. Like I probably have glitter in my hair and I haven't touched my head yet. It'd be in my son's hair and the big roommate's hair. But I just pour it out. I also grabbed this Chloe Sparkalicious. It says it's premium super sparkly glitter and it's really, really pretty. And you know, I rarely use glitter because I hate it. I wouldn't say hate, but I don't like it at all. Because, you know, glitter is, it gets everywhere, right? Everywhere. So I'm just pouring it on this card and then I'm just going to pour that in there. If I had a funnel, which I do, but I don't know where it's at, you could just funnel it through and it'd be a little bit more neat. So I picked these colors from the Dollar Tree. Aside from this didn't come from Dollar Tree. Aside from this, because I felt like these are some colors that you may see in the sand when you're walking the beach, combing the beach, if it has a decent reflection, or if you're in an area, like if you're in a toury area, you just have a beautiful beach that's kind of cleaned, and you know, the sand and everything, it has good, nice reflection versus trash, right? Trash. So I'm just closing these things out because I do not want a glittery mess. And then I'm just taking this and pouring it in. This is an easy project. Like if you have little ones, well, not little ones. Like I wouldn't do this with my son. Although he could put everything in except for the glitter and the sand, but he would want to do the glitter and the sand. So everything else he could do, like the beads and things like that, if we were going for a non-traditional nautical beach house Christmas. Oh, Lord. I knew that was going to happen. I just didn't think it was going to be that much falling out of it, but it's okay because it's not glitter. Right? So here we go. And I picked blue because, you know, I have a problem with blue. We're friends. I love it. I love that color. And also, I feel like it looks really pretty. And this is sand. This is white. It's not the sand that I was going for, but I had already went to the Dollar Tree a couple of days before I got this one, this color, and they only had like pinks, and they didn't have the sand, the brownish sand color. They just had this, and I was like, this would be fine. So for this one, I'm not going to write a note. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then just shake it up some. And you know, you can't really see everything in there because I put the sand in. But when you start to like let it settle and look at one thing and say, oh, it has that in there. And then you look at the other side. You're like, oh, it has that in there. Now, what I didn't want to do is use some of my charms. Like I have some beach charms, of course, right? I didn't want to put it in here because I feel like you only see this once a year. You can see your chunky charm or other things throughout the year. So now we're going to take some ribbon and just cap this off. Okay. So I wanted thinner ribbon. I had got some thicker, wider ribbon and it didn't do so well. So we're going to use this thinner ribbon. And we're going to do something very smart so I don't get upset with myself at a later time. Just going to plop some glue on here, right on top of the metal piece or the aluminum. I think it's more aluminum than anything, but it's holding up, so it's doing its job, so I can't complain. The thing is, you got to know how wide you want to make your bow ahead of time. You could also use hot glue, but I don't really use hot glue that much for projects that I can supplement it with something else. Like if I needed a hot glue, the hot glue gun, I would get it out. Just gonna snip that at an angle, and I'm just holding this down so it can grip it. You know, if you've ever used Fabri-Tac, you know, it kind of, once it feels that it's fabric, it's like, oh yeah, I got it. And it grips it really good, in my opinion. Now, I must admit, I'm tying a bow on a round circle. It may not go as well as I want it to go, but normally I would just put this, you know, I would grip it with my knees or something like that and be done with it and tie it a nice bow. But for us, you know, you need to see it. So here we go. And, you know, if you know how to tie your laces or make bows, you know how to make a bow on this. But maybe someone does not, you know, feel comfortable doing it. So here we are. We're going to just do it together really quickly. And there we go. And then, you know, we're just going to do some adjusting because the bow looks a little bit odd. Just going to pull that down some. And I'll pull this down some. Just like that. Just like this. And now I'm going to snip these ends a little bit better because I don't like bows that have long tails on some projects because it just looks weird to me. And now I didn't cut this short, but that's okay. Okay, so this is the one that my prototype. This one says Merry Christmas on the message in the bulb. This one says I love you. You probably could like roll a picture up and have it uncoil. You know, and then this is the one we made together. So it has that glitter effect on there, and then in certain spots you can see the other glitter, and it just looks really pretty. So I hope that you have enjoyed this little fun journey with me. Please click the description box and see what the other participants have made. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.